Have any of you ever been in a heated argument with someone that you both didn't realize that you have been shouting basically the same thing, with maybe a few subtle distinctions or differences in meaning, and by the time you realized it, you were far too deep that backing out now would make you look foolish? Or is it just me? Because honestly, that dragon was asking for that argument. Hello everybody and welcome to the channel. Welcome to Informia, a whole entire forest that I planted by myself for the basis of education, information, and to basically open a wide open conversations between peoples and me, your favorite mythic. But please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. Also, please do share and like the video, I would very much appreciate it, and comment down below what more social increments and topics you would like to hear from me talk about. And that's basically it. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about nuance. Yes, a very fancy word. Nuance is very important. Nuance is a very important thing in our lives. It can help us understand something and make it more meaningful. It can also help us understand people better. Nuance isn't just something that happens in a book or on TV. It's something that we have to have in our lives every single day. If you want to understand why people do what they do, you need to know their motives behind those actions, because they can always be different from yours unless you're basically the same person. So learning about someone else's perspective on issues can be important for understanding them more fully as a whole person, rather than just as an individual who does one thing or another. But firstly, what is nuance and why the hell should you give a damn about it? According to the Oxford Dictionary, nuance is a subtle distinctions between two or more meanings or between two or more shades of meaning. It's like a word's meaning, but it's not just the word itself. It's also how you use it. Nuance can be used in conversation as well as in writing and speech, and it affects society. Let's look at the origins of the word. Nuance is derived from the word nubis, meaning cloud in Latin, and was later taken by the French and turned into noir, which means to shade, but noir spelled N-U-E-R, not N-O-I-R. Then taken by the French again and turned into the nuance spelling that we use today, but meant shade or subtly. In the late 18th century, the French then changed the definition for a final time, I hope, to what we know it in today's dictionary. In today's society, the word nuance has a variety of meanings, as seen in the way the French was so indecisive in finding a stable definition for the word. JK, it can mean something is unclear or unclearly explained. It can also mean a subtle difference that is important to recognize. But in the context of today's video essay, I will be using it to refer to the idea that there are many different ways of interpreting situations and events, and these interpretations are sometimes based on personal preference and biases, but can also be based on objective fact. I believe that having a nuanced understanding of our world helps us to understand how we got to where we are today and where we are going as a species. Nuance allows for a greater understanding of slight differences, and it raises further questioning as those subtleties can really matter. Nuance holds a standard of refinement and challenges generalization, as beautifully said by Cate Camora in an article she wrote in the Stanford Daily. Nuance allows people to communicate more effectively when talking about complex ideas and emotions, which means that nuanced communication leads to a better relationship, improved communication skills, and higher levels of understanding between people. For example, if you discuss something with someone who doesn't know the same things as you do about it, they are more able to understand something more clearly than if they were just told what your opinions were without clearly explaining them, or if they just knew exactly what you meant. Nuanced conversations give everyone involved opportunities for growth by showing them new ways of thinking about things from different perspectives, which leads me to my next point. The benefits of having nuance are so many. When we have an idea of what's right, it can be easy to build a wall around ourselves and not even consider the other side. We can become so entrenched in our own opinions that we forget how much more complex the world is than our own opinion. Number one, nuance allows us to see the world as far more complicated than we think it is. It allows us to feel compassion for others who may not agree with us or share our personal values. It makes us more empathetic towards others, which is key when interacting with people from different backgrounds and cultures. Secondly, nuance allows us to strive for understanding instead of tolerance, which leads to a greater peace in our communities as well as more open-minded societies overall. Thirdly, nuance allows for opportunities to further educate ourselves when we find ourselves in moments where our own education of the environment that surrounds us comes into question. In society, nuance is crucial for understanding what people are saying and doing. If there were no nuance, then everything would be understood as black and white. Nuance adds color to everything around us. Life would be boring and dull without it. In addition, to help us understand others better, having nuance allows us to view things differently than we look at them through new eyes instead of ours alone, which often leads to feelings of rejection. The main reason why I wanted to create this video on this particular topic is that I found that in a lot of the other topics that we are going to be discussing, this word is going to come up a lot, and I wanted you and I to have a point of reference so that we know what it means and how it is applicable to the topics we are going to be discussing. Also, I wanted this to be a point of education so that moving forward, we are not so quick to dismiss others, and that we make an effort to hold ourselves accountable for our understanding, and that we are able to put into perspective how others think and what type of worldviews they have. We're living in a world where everyone has an agenda of some sort, so having nuance towards a lot of issues and debates that happens in this world will help us prevent and avoid unnecessary discourse. Well, that is all that I have for you today, folks. I hope that you enjoyed today's video topic, and if possible, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and smash the like button like I smash those naughty mushrooms when I make my delicious mushroom and fairy dust soup. Also, please be free to comment down below on today's topic if you found what I've been talking about interesting, if you learned something new, or if there are any other topic that you would like for me to discuss. And don't forget to share the video as well. And also, remember that you are always welcome to inform me, and I will see you next